The Lemieux Rule: How Mario Influenced NHL Regulations. Mario Lemieux, a legendary Hall of Fame hockey player, is not only known for his exceptional skills on the ice, but also for his impact on the rules and regulations of the National Hockey League, NHL. In this video, we will delve into the story of the Lemieux Rule and how it changed the game of hockey forever. Mario Lemieux was born in Montreal, Quebec, Canada in 1965. He quickly rose to fame as one of the greatest hockey players of all time, winning numerous awards and championships throughout his career. Lemieux was known for his scoring prowess, exceptional stick-handling skills, and leadership on and off the ice. However, his influence on the game of hockey goes beyond his impressive statistics and highlight real moments. In the early 1990s, the NHL was facing a crisis. The league was struggling financially, with many teams on the brink of bankruptcy. Television ratings were declining, and attendance at games was dwindling. The NHL needed a change to survive, and Mario Lemieux stepped up to the plate. In 1991, Lemieux penned a now-famous letter to then NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman, outlining his concerns about the state of the league. In the letter, Lemieux proposed several changes to the game, including stricter rules on player safety, increased penalties for dangerous hits, and a crackdown on obstruction and interference. He also called for a salary cap to ensure financial stability for all teams. Bettman and the NHL took Lemieux's suggestions to heart, implementing several new rules and regulations that would not only improve player safety but also make the game more exciting for fans. One of the most significant changes was the introduction of the Lemieux Rule, which penalized players for diving and embellishing to draw penalties. Prior to the implementation of the Lemieux Rule, players would often exaggerate or fake injuries in an attempt to draw penalties from the referees. This practice not only slowed down the pace of the game, but also took away from the integrity of the sport. The NHL recognized the need to crack down on diving and embellishment, and the Lemieux Rule was born. Under the new rule, players who were caught diving or embellishing would be penalized with a 2-minute minor penalty. The rule was meant to deter players from engaging in these unsportsmanlike behaviors and to keep the game fair and competitive for both teams. The introduction of the Lemieux Rule had a significant impact on the game of hockey. Players quickly learned that diving and embellishing would not be tolerated, and the number of penalties for these infractions decreased dramatically. The rule also made the game more enjoyable for fans, as they no longer had to sit through long stoppages and play due to fake injuries. In addition to the Lemieux Rule, the NHL also made several other changes based on Lemieux's recommendations. The league cracked down on dangerous hits and headshots, implemented new rules on player safety, and introduced a salary cap to ensure financial stability for all teams. These changes helped to revitalize the NHL and make it more competitive and entertaining for fans. Today, the legacy of Mario Lemieux and the Lemieux Rule lives on in the NHL. The rule continues to be enforced, and players are held accountable for their actions on the ice. Mario Lemieux's influence on the game of hockey is undeniable, and his efforts to improve the NHL have left a lasting impact on the sport. Mario Lemieux's impact on the NHL regulations cannot be understated. The introduction of the Lemieux Rule and other changes based on his recommendations have helped to make the game of hockey safer, fairer, and more exciting for fans. Mario Lemieux may have been a legendary player on the ice, but his legacy off the ice is just as impressive.